Hello friends, you might have seen children or people like this. Such people are very fearful. They are afraid of many things like darkness, injury, fear of being alone, etc. Today we are going to study the personality of such individuals, that is Stramonium.
Disclaimer. This video contains information on homeopathic remedy. The purpose of creating this video is to spread information and knowledge about this remedy. We strongly discourage any self-consumption of medicine without a qualified doctor's consultation.
Welcome to another video by Visual Designers. Myself, Dr. Dimple Dalal. Let's start our discussion on Stramonium. Here we will discuss Stramonium in two parts. First we will see child Stramonium and then Stramonium adult. Stramonium children are usually hyperactive. They cannot keep still, cannot sit in one place for a long time. They will roam from one object to another, picking it up and going to the next. They like company and cannot bear to be alone for a moment. One of the most important and prominent symptoms in Stramonium children is their fear. These children are afraid of dark, of strange things, and of dazzling light. Even while sleeping at night, they like to keep the lights on, and if they wake up while the room is dark, they will see monsters and scream. Stramonium has terrible nightmares which continue after the child has awakened, whilst the child stares manically and screams like its life was about to be terminated. If they have witnessed some fearful event, they carry that impression for a long time and then become sick. When they are afraid to anything, they will cling to those who are nearby. For example, you might have seen children who are afraid of going to doctor's clinic. As soon as parents reach to the clinic, they start to cling them and want to go back. Can you imagine why is this so? Because in their early childhood, they received certain immunizations and the impression of pain and suffering due to immunization remains in their mind, which then creates a fear of clinic or doctor in them. And that's why when they reach to the clinic, they recognize the place and out of the fear, they cling to those who are nearby. Because of fear, they will look at doctor with a stare. Stramonium is the most violent type of personality. Stramonium child when gets angry will throw tantrum, will bite and stab. There is no holding back when Stramonium loses it. The rage is quite insane and is accompanied by a definite desire to kill in many cases. Let's take a pause here and try to understand when do a person attack or kill someone. First reason may be he is very angry and it becomes an episode of rage. But another reason could be when he is very frightened. Imagine a situation where a person is walking on a road while talking on a phone. Suddenly he observes a wild dog running towards him aggressively. He obviously could not have outrun the dog. What will he do then? He will get frightened and will try to remove the cause of his fear. He will pick up a stone from the ground and try to hit that dog in order to save himself. Now, this kind of fear is also seen in adult Stramonium. Adult Stramonium are subject to all manner of terrors, delusions and hallucinations. They see faces, creatures, illusory people and ghosts and hear strange voices. They also are afraid of dark and of being alone, and so they desire light and company. Now, apart from this actual meaning of darkness, it can also be perceived as lack of knowledge or uncertainty. And similarly, desire for light can also be perceived as to get assurance or certainty. For example, a Stramonium individual when suffers from some disease condition develops a fear about that particular disease as he lacks knowledge about it and the disease appears something strange happening to him. He finds himself in dark. As he discovers himself suffering from some disease, he immediately rushes to the doctor for getting the assurance regarding his condition. This is what we can perceive as desire for light. Let's refer back to our child and clinic example. There we saw that the child was clinging when afraid, but the adult cannot cling that way. His clinging is different. He would stare at the doctor and ask him anxiously about his disease. One more strong symptom of Stramonium is their religiousness. They have religious mania. This mania is more apparent when the patient finds himself in fearful situation. He gets nervous and restless and starts praying, beseeching and entreating. There is desire for salvation. Now, here we can also see the clinging nature of Stramonium. When there is nothing to which he can cling, he clings to God and starts praying. So let's summarize the important features of Stramonium. There is fear of dark, fear of animals, fear of injury, fear of being alone, fear of strange things, fear of dazzling light. Stramonium clings to those nearby. They have desire for company, desire for light. They are subject to various delusions and hallucinations. They see faces, creatures, illusory people and ghosts and hear strange voices. When in fear and in anger, they behave very violently. They will bite and stab or even kill. They get nervous and restless. There is religious mania with praying, beseeching and entreating. There is desire for salvation in Stramonium. So, these were some of the important features of Stramonium personality. If you have found value in this video, please like and share it with others. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so now. Please provide your valuable feedback. Thanks for watching. Bye.